Hola, humans, Trevor Comic God here, and I am doing a lore video today. Whose lore? My lore for the book I'm writing right now. So I did a map right here, and I really like the map. I'm gonna put it up. Ooh. it's up right now, and I really like it because A, looks like a real map, and then I divided it in regions and I labeled it all, and it's called Moraldorf. No, Moralfdor. Sorry, I mess up the name. I'm definitely gonna change the name. I'm 1,000% gonna change the name to the book, but or to the continent, I guess, which is a small, like, country-sized continent. I don't know if that's really a thing, right? Because Australia is a continent, that's a country, but it's big, right? So I don't I don't know. Anyways, this isn't even the real world, so it doesn't matter. But it's about a country-sized continent, and full of storytelling and potential for magic beings and different races of people and not a lot of races of people. Funny enough, that's actually a important point to this story, to the specific story I'm telling right now. But it is a lot of cultures and a lot of different practices and religions, all based around magic. Because why it's called Ralphdor is because a long time ago, thousands of years ago, let's say, a wizard came and started teaching the people their magic, and his name was Ralphdor. Wonder how I got that beautifully complex name? I made sure that I merged Merlin, Gandalf, and Dumbledore together. Three best wizards. Can you name any better wizards or more popular wizards than them? Impossible. So, if you do, let me know in the comment and where they're from, because I'm always here for more fantasy mythology stuff. Maybe I name it after. Anyways, sorry. I was gonna say maybe I name it after the Greek goddess of magic, but I don't know how to say her name either. Like Hecate, Hecata, Hecka, something like that. I'm bad at names, apparently. I'm learning, at least magical ones. So, all right, back on topic. So I sectioned out the regions. There's so much potential for different storytelling in each region. Everyone has their own culture and the own way they use magic, and how magic dictates the way they live. If you see, I'm probably gonna throw the map back up, and if you see the Shatterfall Kingdom, the people there live on a meteorite that struck like a few hundred years ago. And they created a religion and they praised the meteorite. That's cool, I think. I don't know if that's happened. Well, praising meteorites, that's definitely happened in stories. I think, uh, who created the squid guy? You know who I'm talking about. Cthulhu. I can't believe his name's, like, I literally have a book of his right there. I can't believe I can't remember his name. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's one of the storyline. I got so off topic, but yeah. So they live on a big meteor, and they praise the meteor, and their magic is all around that. And then you have the region called Flat, because it's flat. This is just a long plain full of flatlands, and it's called Flat, and it's really dumb, and I love that. But one of my favorite things, I think, just because of the mystery and potential for it, is the ice region. So what I was originally going to do was put up a big ice wall that no one knows how to get to, like, no one knows how to get on top of it. And I was like, there's no other things that have a big ice wall, right? Not that I could remember. Oh, no. Game of Thrones has a big ice wall that's pretty freaking important. So I was like, I can't do that. People will think I'm copying or something. So I just made mountains that keep on going. And then if you look that way, if you look to the north, all you see is mountain and cloud. All the way across the north. If you see on the thing, it is just... There's no water after the north. It's just mountain. Or it's just ice. So, what's there? I don't know. I do know that people will go just on pilgrimage type deal. Oh, it's time to climb up the big ice mountains, and nobody comes back. So either what they do is they don't make it all the way up, or what's on top of the mountain or past the mountain is pretty freaking cool, and they just decide not to come back. It's probably that one's probably more likely it that they it's just cool stuff. It's just awesome things up there, and nothing nefarious whatsoever, right? But I really like the map. I think it's awesome. And what I'm gonna do later on is I'm gonna pick each region, and I'm going to make a video on it, and I'm probably gonna accompany it with like some sketches of the culture. So if I'm doing Kin Split Kingdom, I'll give a little lore video on why it's called the Kin Split Kingdom. I think the story's pretty interesting, and what their magic is, what society is like, what do the average people look like there, and probably I have an emphasis on magic in each region, if they have magic in the region, but most regions do. And there's 12 different videos, so I think that's pretty awesome content. But I'll probably do it every like second week, because I have some videos about magic coming up that I want to do. Lore videos about magic are always freaking fun to me, anyways, about this land, because the magic's not too complicated, but it's very specific. So I'll explain probably general magic, and then depending what class you are and how you can use your own magic, and then if there are magic creatures, there are magic creatures, but how they come about and what. I have this all figured out, so I'll explain it all to you guys in different videos. If you're watching this, I assume you're interested in storytelling and lore and how stuff like that might work. So I'll let you know. And then you'll get some good context if you end up picking up my book at any point. So, which is not out yet. I'm still writing, by the way. If you haven't seen any of my other books, I'm only on chapter 3. But I'm making some good progress, and I feel like doing this once or twice a week is really helpful for me to keep on going, because I've tried to write books before, and it's a little tough. Short story writing is nice and easy. You could sometimes bang it out in a day or two. This is like, you gotta keep on going at it, and if you're stuck, whoops, gotta make sure everything is nice and consistent. But as far as the map goes, I'm happy with it. I have a lot here. It's a sandbox that I can play in. There's a lot of groups that are different enough that you can go to a region, and it's totally, you could get in a whole new adventure than you could over here, you know? There's a land of just waterfalls, and I love that because I love water. So there's a big lake and a ton of waterfalls, and I think that's so cool. But yeah, no, it's a nice sandbox, and it's a pretty big area. There's 9 areas in total, with magic just strewn about, which every big magical area has an interesting history, because I'll get more into it in the magic video, but it means some type of big event happened there. So I'm hyped to get into it. I'm hyped to show you guys just how much fun that this is. And look at my map again, because I think it's so hyped that I finished it and it looks cool. I'm getting way better at making maps, and I think that's fun. I made one other map before, two? One. I made one other map before, one and a half. I was working on one for a different project, but I have a full one of my comic book that I'm doing, Set Empire, and which I honestly should share more about that. I was, and I took a hiatus from it, but now I'm slowly working back on it. But that one's really cool too. So probably after I give you all the lore videos and I finish this book, I'm gonna come back and start telling you guys about the Set Empire, which is so much bigger in my opinion. I made it really big, which made it hard to the scope. It's hard to like pinpoint, and that's why I started doing other it doesn't matter. Anyways, this is cool. Moraldorf. I'm gonna change the name, maybe not. I'm saying it wrong. I might just spell it phonetically how I'm saying it rather than mispronouncing it every time. Although it would be funny if every character just kind of said their version of the landmass, but everyone knew what they were talking about. It's dumb. That's a dumb idea, but I think it is comical. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Let me know what you're reading if you made it to the end. Just if you're reading any fantasy book or the last fantasy book or your favorite fantasy book. I think my favorite fantasy book might be the Lightbringer. It's among my favorite because it's really like a fantasy series, I guess, that I've read. It's probably that. Because it's so fun and it's so good and it's magic in a different time. Let me know what you're reading right now or what your favorite book is. Fantasy series specifically. Thanks so much. Peace out. I hope you guys stay dope until the next video and then stay dope even after. Heck yeah, people. I'm doing chapter 3 book or chapter 3 vlog later on, so I'll let you know how that's going. But I'm excited to do the next lore video because it's all about magic, and that is hype. All right, peace out. I'm gonna stop talking. Bye.